right, I think this might be the last ginger in the room. Please put your hands together for the hilarious Matt King.
What's up? You guys have to give me a second here. I'm a little bit out of breath. I just got done tying my shoes like 2 hours ago. So, excuse me. Before we get started, I want to address the elephant in the room. It's me. Just get that out of the way. I want to make sure we're all on the same page here getting started. I did this at a church one time. Everybody there was super nice, but they were almost too nice, you know what I mean? This whole dynamic doesn't really work with too nice, because I spent the whole time talking about how fat I was, and they spent the whole time giving me the sad eyes. You know, I literally heard someone at one point go, "Aw." It made me feel good. They just kept looking at me with this look like, do you think he knows? The answer is yes, I do know that I look like Chris Farley and Jelly Roll had a baby. Okay? I guess what I'm trying to say is I'm kind of a big deal, you know? Something cool about me, I have sleep apnea. All right. Yeah. For those of you that don't know what that is, that's where your body actively tries to kill you in your sleep every night. The thing is, I haven't quite figured out yet if it's like a mercy killing, you know, where my body's like, listen, buddy, this has been really hard to watch for a long time now, and it doesn't seem like it's getting any better, you know? So we're shutting it down. Or if it's like one of those Lifetime movies where after years of abusing my body, it's finally had enough, and it's like, when he goes to sleep tonight, let's choke him out. So that's all horrifying to deal with, you know. I know I need to lose weight. My body is kind of out of control, you know. I can't really stop myself. I went to the gas station the other day, and I bought this weird, like, lemon bar brownie combination thing, which should tell you everything you need to know about my weight problem, is that I'm buying and eating strange baked goods from gas stations. Okay. I wasn't even hungry when I bought it, okay? And I ate the whole thing. And after I ate the entire thing, I literally said to myself out loud, "Oh, the thing was disgusting." So that's kind of, you know, how my life goes. I wear a 4X t-shirt. That's right. That's an extra large times 4, everybody. It wasn't easy, but I got here. You know the next size after 4X? Nudity. I don't think they make one. So I'm kind of in a tight spot, if you know what I mean. You know how hard it is to find a 4X t-shirt? First, you have to find a store that has a big and tall section, because I can tell you, you're not going to find it in the active wear, okay? As it turns out, it is physically impossible to be both active and 4X at the same time. Yeah. Woo. I don't trust furniture. And if you do, chances are you are not a 4X, okay? I was eating a sandwich one time, which you may have guessed I've done a few times in my life. But this particular incident took place in someone's dining room. I was having a great time, sandwich was going great. All of a sudden I hear this noise like, you know when a lumberjack is chopping down a tree, right before it falls it makes a loud cracking noise? Well, it does. And that's what I heard. And I thought to myself, you know, it's funny, I didn't notice any lumberjacks in the dining room when I sat down. And before I could realize, like, oh crap, that's me, I was laying in a pile of chaos and destruction where the chair used to be, you know? And the thing about a situation like that is there's not really a cool way to come back from that. Like if you're walking down the street and you trip, you can hope nobody saw that. But if you're my size and you started off sitting in a solid oak chair and you're now laying in a pile of mulch, what do, you know? You're gonna be down there for like 45 minutes like a turtle on its shell. You're just rolling around like, oh no! Core strength is not my core strength, you know? So I panicked and I just yelled out, I didn't drop my sandwich. And that is sadly an actual quote from me that day. People saw that and heard it too. Yeah, so my daughter's in first grade, and they just recently had parent-teacher conferences. I went to the school, and I walk in the classroom, and I'm like, you've got to be joking. The teacher was sitting at one of those cute little table and chair sets they have for the kids, you know? That's not going to work. But I played it cool. I just kind of walked in casually into the old hovering squat, you know, like you do in a filthy porta pot. Yeah, the thing about the human legs, however, they're not really built to carry all this, you know? They're definitely not built to power squat it for 10 minutes at a parent-teacher conference. By the end of this thing, my legs are shaking, my face is red, I'm sweating, I'm doing my Lamaze breathing, which, by the way, did not help. This teacher could have told me anything and I'd have gone along with it because I got to get out of there, you know? She could have been like, hey, Riley tried to burn the school down today, and I'd be like, no, that sounds like Riley. All right, I'll see you at the next one. But I had to keep it together, you know, because my kid still has to go to school there. Yeah, can you imagine if you're in first grade, you walk in the classroom, there's just a mangled up kid's chair in the front of the classroom. You ask your teacher, you're like, what happened there? And she's like, well, it's a long story, but it all started when Chris Farley and Jelly Roll had a baby. Thanks, guys. You guys have been awesome.